Welcome, dear students. Today we will discuss our pre-board examination paper. Okay, we will discuss only of the physics part. Okay, our first question was this. Okay, question number 5. The image formed by a concave mirror is observed to be real, inverted, and larger than the object. Okay, where is the object placed? As we know, dear students, for this question we should know all the cases of concave mirrors. Okay, this is our concave mirror, as we know, pole, focus, center of curvature, like that. And in this question it is asking about the where is the object placed. We should know everything when object is at C. If I ask to you, then what type of image is formed, you know, real and inverted image. Okay, and of the same size. When object is at focus, then image it is at infinity, that is also inverted. What about when object placed between pole and focus, and in this case the image is virtual and direct. Okay, this is important point. But in this question it is asking about the real, inverted, and larger than the object. Okay, real, inverted, and larger than the object when we place our object between F and C, dear students. Okay, when we place our object between F and C, then we find real, inverted, and larger than the object. You have seen that one. When we place our object between F and C, then beyond C we get our image. Okay, that is real, inverted, and larger than the object. In case of focus also, when we place our object at focus, then image is at infinity. Okay, that is highly enlarged image, that is also enlarged image, that is also inverted image, and that is also real image. So you can write answer between F and C, that is absolutely correct. And if you write at focus, at that moment of time the image is highly enlarged. Okay, and all the things are same. Okay, now another one was both a spherical mirror and a lens have a focal length this. What type? Okay, if focal length is a negative, so we should know which mirror and which lens has negative focal length. Okay, so you should know concave. In case of concave mirror and lens, okay, both have a negative focal length. So answer of this one is concave mirror and concave lens. Okay, another one was what is an ammeter, how is it connected in a circuit. Okay, and we should know ammeter is a electronic device which measure an electric current in a circuit. Okay, number one. And second thing, how is it connected in a circuit. Okay, it is always connected in a series combination. We should know this point. Ammeter is always connected in a series combination. And if it asks about voltmeter, then as we know, voltmeter measure the potential difference, and that always connected to the parallel combination. Now another one, draw the magnetic field lines around a straight current carrying conductor. Suppose this is a straight current carrying conductor. One important thing, dear students, as I am checking your copy, I think there are some problem, okay, related to photocopy also. Okay, not clearly seen. I will discuss that thing about later on. Okay, electric current is flowing in this direction. You have to draw the electric current also. Then we will apply the right hand thumb rule. Okay, according to right hand thumb rule, we will get the magnetic field pattern. So like this, the magnetic field pattern, and we have to apply right hand thumb rule. Okay, another one was, can two magnetic line of force intersect? Justify your answer. Okay, as we know, magnetic field lines never intersect each other, because if they intersect at any one point, then there will be two direction of magnetic field, which is impossible for magnetic field. Okay, and this magnetic line of force or magnetic field lines, this is a concept only for the direction of the magnetic field. Okay, this concept is for the direction of the magnetic field. And if we assume that there are two magnetic field lines which are intersecting, then our assumption will be totally destroyed, you can say. Okay, so magnetic field lines never intersect each other, because if they intersect at any one point, then there will be the two direction of magnetic field, which is impossible. Okay, now another one, how does the sky appear from the surface of the moon? This is also very important question, dear students, as I already discussed about the uh, appearance of sky when we go to space. Okay, but it is asking about moon. You should know there is no atmosphere in the moon. Okay, if there is no atmosphere, it means there is no scattering of light, and if there is no scattering of light, then sky appears black only. Okay, you have to write black there. Okay, these are the parts of this question. Now we have this one. Okay, we have this one. This is also very important question. You have to read this thing very well, very nicely. Okay, on the basis of this we have some questions, but some my dear students do not read nicely questions. Okay, they copy and paste. I know they are doing the things. Okay, but there are some different thing. Okay, I changed the digit also. You should know this point. Okay, okay, in this case, based on diagram, what kind of lenses would Ram need to make the telescope? Okay, which kind of lenses is used in this telescope? You have to know this one, because there are two kind of lenses, convex and concave. But in this passage, if you have read it very nicely, okay, then you got this point that this telescope makes images and magnify images. This is important point. Okay, magnify images. If any lens magnify the images, that lens should be convex only, because concave cannot magnify. Okay, and you can see here also. Okay, this is convex and this is concave, so answer should be convex. Okay, next thing, if the power of the lenses are given, what is the focal length? We should know the formula for power, which is P equal to 1 upon F. Suppose there are two. So these are the formulas for power of the lens. As there are given the ratio of the power of the lenses, it means that P1 upon P2 is given, which is 3 upon 4. So we have to find out the ratio of the focal length. It means that we can write P1 1 upon F1 and 1 upon F2. Okay, then it will become F2 upon F1, 3 upon 4, then F1 upon F2 equal to 4 upon 3. Okay, go through it. Answer should be 4 upon 3. Next one. What is the formula of magnification obtained with a lens? Okay, there are four options. You should read all the options. Okay, then according to that you have to give answer. As we know, magnification is height of image upon height of object. You will apply this formula and you will get your answer. Okay, now in this question, Ram did some experiment with the lenses and found the magnification for this one is this and the this. Okay, what distance? We have to find out this one. As we should know, ठीक है कि V is given, which is 24. Okay, magnification is given 4. We have to find out the value of U. So we should know formula for magnification of lens, which is V upon U. Got it? Then you will put the value here and you will get your answer in this one. Because V is given, magnification is given, you can easily find out the value of U and that will be your answer. Okay. Now this is another one. Ram bought not so thick lenses for the telescope and polished them. What advantage, if any, would he has with his choice of lenses? Okay, then you have to read that nicely and definitely you will get your answer. Not would not take telescope very heavy and also allow considerable amount of light to pass. Okay, you will get that from that passage, and we have to do only 4 part of this one. Okay. Now another one was related to solenoid. Okay, we should know about the solenoid and this is a graph and we should know how to read the graph. Okay, so there are some questions related to it. Number one, what type of energy conversion is observed in a linear solenoid? You should know this thing that the electrical energy is converted into magnetic energy. Okay, in solenoid, but that magnetic energy, because when we apply electricity to any substance or solenoid, Okay, the particles of that particular object, suppose that is iron, okay, they move. Okay, at first it convert into mechanical energy, then it convert into magnetic energy. Okay, so answer would be electrical to magnetic and electrical to mechanical, you can write it. Okay, now another one was, what will happen if a soft iron bar is placed inside the solenoid? As we know, this is a temporary magnet also, this is the definition of temporary magnet. Okay, when we apply current, then it magnetized, and when we stops current, then it loses its magnetizing power. Got it? So according to this, we will get our answer, which is option B. Third one, the magnetic field line produced inside the solenoid. This is just same as a bar magnet. We should know this point, okay, from our chapter also, and we should know this one. And from graph, okay, from graph also we will get B proportional to I. As we know, this is a graph. Okay, B is directly proportional to I. This is an answer for this one. And according to this we will give. Okay, and from this graph, okay, that is given, and we should know how to read graph. Okay, and as we can read graph, let me check. At 0.2 ampere current, there are 2.5, okay, that is 3. Okay, 3 milli Tesla is a magnetic field, like it. At 0.4 ampere current, okay, it's almost 6.1 milli Tesla, like that. Okay, so we can read graph. It's not very tough question, it was very easy. Okay, then after that, we have these two important questions, 25 and 26. Okay, we already discussed these questions so many times. Equivalent resistance for when they are connected in a parallel combination. Okay, we should know the parallel combination. This is one resistance and this is second resistance, R1 and R2. Okay, by solving, suppose this is a potential difference V. So we have to find out the relation uh, when we change this R1 and R2 by R. Okay, then we know it should be 1 upon R equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. We have to prove it. Okay, in this question we have to prove it. How 1 upon R equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Okay, where is the question? Okay, this one. Okay, connected in parallel. So go through it. If you face any kind of problem, then you can ask. Second one, draw a diagram to show the magnetic field lines around a bar magnet. You have to draw a bar magnet. There is a poles also. Okay, there are two poles. Then north to south, north to south. The magnetic field lines moves. You have to draw it like it. Okay, so you should know these points, that the magnetic field lines are denser at the poles. Okay, and in the middle part, that is magnetic field lines are far from each other. Okay, so like that you have to draw the magnetic field lines by a bar magnet. Now and the question was reflection of light. We have to talk about it. Laws of reflection. Okay, suppose this is a plane mirror and this is incident ray. So from point of incidence I will draw normal. Okay, and this is reflected ray. So first law is angle, incident ray, reflected ray and normal. Okay, all should lie in the same plane. And another one is the angle of incidence. This is angle of incidence and this is angle of reflection. They should be equal. Okay, in another part it was asking about the angle of reflection is 47.5. As we know that angle of reflection and angle of incidence both are same, so the angle of incidence will be also same, which is 47.5 degree. Okay, so it was not very tough, it was very easy. And this was our 5 marks question. An object is placed well outside the principal focus of a convex lens. As we know, this is a convex lens. Okay, this is optical center. This is f1. We can write this is 2f1. Okay, f2, 2f2. We write like it. Okay, well outside the principal focus. Okay, we have to place object here. Then we have to show the image. Okay, how it forms. Okay, we should know when object is placed between f and 2f, then it always forms beyond 2f, and it is real and inverted. We have to draw image in this question. Got it? We have to draw image in this question. We have to draw रे डायग्राम completely. ठीक है, ये समझ लेना बेटा आप लोग. F1 ऐसे करना था, F2 यहाँ पे करना था. ठीक है, एज यू नो पैरेलल ऐसे जाएगी. एज यू नो दिस इज अ फोकस F2, एक दूसरा ऑप्टिकल सेंटर से ऐसे डाल के ये यहाँ कहीं मिल जाएगी. ठीक है, एंड सिंपल सी बात है, ये लार्जर रहती है. ठीक है, रियल इन्वर्टेड एंड लार्जर. ठीक है, ये आप लोगों को पता होगा. नेक्स्ट चीज़ ये पूछा था कि what is the effect on the size and position of the image of moving the object towards the lens and away. अब अगर ऑब्जेक्ट को यहाँ से अंदर ले जाएंगे तब इमेज कैसी बनेगी, पहली बात. ठीक है, अब आपको बताना है जब फोकस पे जाएगी तो इन्फिनिटी पे बनेगी. ठीक है, फिर और अंदर अगर हम ले जाएंगे तो उस टाइम पे फिर वर्चुअल और इरेक्ट बन जाएगी, साइड इमेज बनती है. ठीक है, ओके. और अगर पीछे को ले जाएंगे तो वो रियल इन्वर्टेड रहेगी, लाइक दैट. और इमेज किस तरीके से आगे पीछे बढ़ती है. ठीक है, सो वी हैव टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन पेपर लाइक इट. Okay, if you face any kind of problem, then you can talk to me. Now also try to solve this paper beta. Okay, thank you.